Okay, welcome back to Let's Play Ghostbusters. Now, halfway through the third level, the one that's a house on fire. And I've just killed the second mid-boss, so we just gotta go and kill the big, important one. Yay. Now, the snowman boss might have been irritating, but the boss I'm coming up to now, I think, is the single most annoying boss in the game. I'm not going to say why, because I don't want to spoil it, but you'll see when I get there, and you never know, you might get a few swear words and anger out of me. I realised that my choice of game is, for those of you who watch LPs to see people get angry, this was probably not the best choice, because I'm not getting angry. That's why I mentioned I want to be the guy, because I was playing that. Now that would be interesting. Some of the sections on that had me cursing all over the place. Came up with some very creative insults for the game, I think, while I was doing that. I think I may have insisted it go get violated somewhere. Can't really remember, it was a while ago. But like I said, I'll probably play it through again for an LP, because it does make a funny video. So if I do that, you'll see. I can remember a couple of specific sections that made me almost want to kill myself, so... I'm sure they'll be fun for all. Oh, the scope's gone right again. It's also occurred to me I'm not being very funny in this video, so I do apologise for that if I'm not funny. There you go, this is the boss, a big fire face. Who's going to turn me into Raymond toast. This boss is annoying for the same reason that the second one was annoying, really, in that you have a very small place you have to shoot, and they move around a lot, I suppose. Well, she keeps changing her mind. I've always assumed it's a she, I don't really know why that is. It keeps coming in upside down, which is much harder to hit. Like, what am I talking about? It's much harder to hit when it's like that, because you have to get right up close and get shot. But if you don't do that, you sort of shoot once at a time from a distance, this takes forever. As it's probably what's going to happen unless I want to die. Because this is hard and I'm losing more health than I would normally. Die, you bitch! Ah! I could hide in the gap, but no! Okay, I've really got to stop doing that. No, not even going to risk it this time. It's because of the gap in the middle, that really doesn't help. Makes it so much harder to dodge everything. Oh, there we go, that's more like it. Makes a cool noise when you hit it though, I've noticed. That sort of fiery swoosh noise. I don't know why I've always assumed it's a she, you know. It just kind of looks like one to me. It's like a feminine face. I don't know. She also drops those like blobs, but they're really easy to avoid because they don't do anything. They just move across the screen and then fall in the hole in the middle. As long as you've got a basic grasp of how to jump, no problem. I also don't know why you can only hit her in the mouth when it's open. It doesn't really make much sense. You'd think it'd be the eyes or something. It's always the eyes in games, isn't it? Eyes are the weak point. No, actually that's a lie. It's always the glowing red bit. That's always the weak point in computer games. Although this boss doesn't have a glowing red part. So my theory has already been destroyed. I'm quite upset about that. I suppose bosses always have to have an obvious weak point, but it does always seem it's a bit silly for them to have one. Only example I can think of where that wasn't really the case, but it also kind of was. It was Conker's Bad Fur Day, because there's a boss in that which has a ridiculously obvious weak point, but they don't try and, you know, be subtle about it. It's a huge red button with "Do Not Press" on it. So they're embracing the idea that it's a joke. Oh, the suit's just run out. That's marvellous. I get hit again, chances are I'm going to die. Depends how much how much health the attacks take off when I don't have it. If it's 3 or 4 little blips. Ah! This boss is so fucking annoying. She's a massive time waster, that's what she is. That's her new name from me. Fireface Time Waster. No, there we go. Something interesting happened. Ugh, I just want this boss over. It is the most boring boss in the game. Oh, Jesus. Not quite sure what happened there. Managed to avoid getting hit though, so that can't be all bad. Gee, most of this video is going to be this boss. I've already had over half of it just doing this level and this boss. It's ridiculous. And if I get hit again, I'm going to lose a life. I'll be very disappointed if I've got this far with the boss to then die. And do ignore that. That's just my MSN bleeping at me. There we go. That's more like it. I seem to have a very persistent conversation going on. Stone tablet piece number 3. I don't think you can jump into the hole of fire while you're doing that. Mess with the game a bit. Right, what I think I'm going to do with this is cut this video here and then start the 4th level on a fresh one, because I'm already 2/3 of the way through the damn thing. Just doing that. So, yeah, okay, I'll get paid. And I'll get the shops out of the way as well. I'll try not to skip them this time. Ah! He says, and does it anyway. Stupid dialogue. I'm also going to have to shut that MSN thing up, and I'm sure you don't want that intruding on the game. I sure as hell don't. So, just go and do shopping. At the moment, all I really need to buy... Oh, actually, no. At this point, I can buy the 3-way shot, because I do need it for one of the sub-bosses in this coming level. So I'll get that. I'll buy one more energy tank. And... that's it, because we can't afford anything else that's worth it. No, we don't need any of those. I think I've got some spare, which is a bit annoying. I always seem to have that happen. Alright, and I'll do the 4th level in the next video. So I will see you then.